There are moments in life when nothing on the outside seems to change, yet everything beneath the surface is rearranging itself. For Aquarius, 2026 is one of those moments. You may feel restless without knowing why. You may feel pulled towards something new but unable to name it. You may sense that money, timing, and direction are all shifting, even if the results have not appeared yet. That feeling is not confusion. It is alignment approaching. Because for Aquarius, money does not arrive loudly. It arrives when awareness catches up with destiny. And destiny speaks in patterns, in numbers, in repetition, in timing most people overlook. In this video, we are not talking about luck in the childish sense. We are talking about energetic precision. 5 specific numbers in 2026 carry frequencies that resonate deeply with Aquarius intelligence, intuition, and long-term success. These numbers do not force outcomes. They open doors. What you do with those doors determines everything. Stay with me until the end, because the final number is the one most Aquarians underestimate, and it often decides whether wealth becomes temporary or finally stays. This is not about becoming someone else. This is about finally moving in sync with who you already are. Let's begin. Lucky number 11. For Aquarius, 11 is not subtle. It is the number of awakening. 11 appears when your current way of thinking can no longer contain your future. In numerology, 11 is known as a master number. But for Aquarius, it feels more like a signal, a sudden realization, a mental shift, a moment when something clicks without explanation. In 2026, 11 activates heightened intuition around money. You may notice that you start sensing opportunities before they are obvious. You understand trends earlier. You feel pulled toward ideas that others do not yet see value in. This is not imagination. This is pattern recognition. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, the planet of disruption and innovation. 11 amplifies that influence. It sharpens your ability to read the invisible. But here is the challenge. 11 requires trust, not blind faith, but self-trust. In 2026, waiting for permission delays progress. Waiting for validation drains momentum. 11 asks Aquarius to move when the signal appears, even if the path is not fully visible. This is where many people hesitate. They wait for proof. They wait for reassurance. They wait until the opportunity feels safe. But Aquarius was never designed for safety-first thinking. Your wealth comes from timing, not comfort. 11 also represents inspired leadership, not authority, not dominance. Influence through insight. In 2026, money flows toward Aquarius when you share ideas, start conversations, and position yourself as a thinker others trust. You do not need to convince. You only need to express. To work with 11, pay attention to repetition. Moments when the number 11 appears again and again. On clocks, on dates, in unexpected places. These moments are not instructions. They are confirmations. They tell you that you are aligned. And that action taken now carries extra momentum. But intuition alone does not build wealth. Which brings us to the number that grounds all of this brilliance. Lucky number 4. 4 is the opposite of excitement. And that is exactly why it matters. 4 represents foundation, structure, and discipline. For Aquarius, 4 is not restrictive. It is supportive. In 2026, 4 stabilizes your financial energy. It helps you transform ideas into systems, and systems into sustainable income. Without 4, Aquarius can generate ideas endlessly, but struggle to hold on to results. With 4, money stops slipping through the cracks. This year, 4 teaches you something essential. Wealth is not built through intensity. It is built through consistency. Small actions repeated daily. Habits that protect your time and focus. Boundaries that keep your energy from being drained. 4 favors routines that feel simple, not rigid. You do not need to become someone obsessed with control. You only need to create enough structure so your creativity can breathe. In 2026, financial stability comes from designing your life intentionally. Planning when you work, planning when you rest, planning how money moves in and out. 4 also brings patience. You begin to understand that progress is happening, even when results feel slow. This number reminds Aquarius that foundations are invisible at first, but once built, they support everything. When 4 is honored, money becomes calmer, less chaotic, less stressful. You stop chasing income and start managing it intelligently. And once stability is established, energy begins to move again. That movement comes through number 5. Lucky number 5. 5 is the number of motion, freedom, and change. For Aquarius, 5 feels like oxygen. In 2026, 5 opens new paths to income that were not part of the original plan. Unexpected offers, side projects, ideas that begin casually and grow quickly. 5 breaks stagnation. If money has felt stuck, repetitive, or limited, 5 arrives to disrupt patterns. But 5 requires courage. This is the number that rewards action before certainty. You may not feel ready. You may not feel fully prepared. But 5 does not wait for perfection. It rewards engagement. In 2026, Aquarius benefits financially by staying curious, exploring new platforms, learning unfamiliar skills, saying yes to conversations that feel slightly outside your comfort zone. 5 brings money through experience, through experimentation, through movement. This is not the year to overanalyze every decision. It is the year to test, adjust, and evolve in real time. Aquarius thrives here because flexibility is already part of your nature. 5 also teaches detachment. Not every idea needs to succeed. Not every attempt needs to last. Some paths exist only to teach you something important, and those lessons often lead to more profitable directions later. When Aquarius stays mobile, money follows. But movement alone is not enough. At some point, vision must be anchored. That is where the most powerful number enters. Lucky number 22. 22 is known as the master builder. This is not fast money energy. This is legacy energy. For Aquarius, 22 represents the moment when imagination meets responsibility. You have always seen what could be possible. In 2026, the question becomes serious. What are you willing to commit to long term? 22 supports projects designed to last, businesses built with patience, platforms created for scale, investments chosen with foresight. This number asks Aquarius to think beyond immediate rewards, beyond short-term excitement. It asks you to consider impact. What are you building that still matters 5 or 10 years from now? 22 brings success slowly, but when it arrives, it stays. This is the number that turns ideas into institutions. In 2026, Aquarius may feel pulled toward responsibilities that feel heavier than usual. Not burdens, callings, projects that demand discipline, focus, and endurance. This can feel intimidating, but it is also a sign of readiness. 22 does not appear when you are unprepared. It appears when your potential exceeds your current structure. When Aquarius aligns with 22, money becomes a byproduct of purpose. You stop chasing income and start creating value, and value compounds. Now, after vision, structure, movement, and commitment, we arrive at the number that determines how visible your success becomes. Lucky number 3. 3 is creativity, communication, and connection. For Aquarius, 3 activates social wealth. In 2026, money flows through people, through conversation, through collaboration, through visibility. This is the year when your voice matters. Not just what you think, but what you express. 3 encourages Aquarius to share ideas openly, to speak, to write, to teach, to create. Opportunities appear when you stop hiding your intelligence. Many Aquarians underestimate this number. They assume ideas alone are enough. But 3 reminds you that ideas need expression to attract support. In 2026, the more you communicate authentically, the more aligned opportunities appear. 3 also brings lightness, joy, playfulness, curiosity. Money grows faster when energy is not heavy, when creation feels alive rather than forced. This number teaches Aquarius that success does not require constant seriousness. Sometimes, ease attracts more than effort. When 3 is activated, people want to work with you. They trust you. They resonate with you. And trust is one of the most valuable currencies there is. Now let's step back. Because numbers guide timing, but mindset determines results. The Aquarius who thrives financially in 2026 understands a few core truths. Your difference is not a flaw. It is your leverage. Your intuition is not unreliable. It is underused. Your progress does not need to look like anyone else's. This year is not about forcing outcomes. It is about responding correctly to signals, listening when intuition speaks, building when structure is needed, moving when stagnation appears, committing when vision matures, and sharing when connection is called for. These numbers do not control your destiny. They illuminate it. So pay attention to repetition, to timing, to moments that feel charged. They are invitations. And the universe does not repeat itself without reason. Aquarius, 2026 is not asking you to wait. It is asking you to move with awareness. Because the future you imagine is closer than you think.